You're listening to the Love Gurus podcast, the greatest show in the history of podcasts. Or shows in general, because I think shows have been around before the podcast. But either way, taking ridiculous dating questions from the wild animals on Reddit starting now.
Ask the Love Guru
Ask us.
to tell you what to do.
That we will.
Listen to the Love Guru.
Listen up.
Or your life is screwed.
Yes. Yes. Bam.
Yeah. Love
Yes.
Guru.
Yes. You heard the man. This is the Love Gurus podcast. We're going to take ridiculous dating questions from the wild animals on Reddit. With me, as always, my co-host, Suzanne. Suzanne, how's your week been going?
Just amazing. Visited Jake's local Rite Aid, where I swear to God, it's like the slowest store in all of New York City. It's
pretty rough,
if you just want to stand in line. Any senior citizen, or I guess, I don't know if you could say that anymore. I think that's now politically incorrect. Any person
They're senior Americans.
that is starved for time with people, go to this Rite Aid. And, I mean, it doesn't even matter what you're buying. Just go to the Rite Aid because you're going to be in line for hours. And you can chat to the people around you and get your social interaction, and then just walk out with the toothbrush or whatever you got, because they're not going to chase you, okay?
Yeah.
So anyone that's suffering from lack of
Definitely
social
go there.
interaction, come to this Rite Aid, because it'll take hours out of your day.
Hours. It doesn't matter if there's only 2 people in line. I'll tell you one thing. If you go into that Rite Aid, you need to get yourself a good podcast like this one. Like and subscribe.
Yeah!
That way, next time you're in the slow-ass Rite Aid by my apartment, you have some awesome listening entertainment for your line waiting pleasure. But let's introduce ourselves. Let's introduce ourselves. Let's introduce our guests to the listeners. I'm so fucking dumb. First up, he is a returning guest. Been a long time since he's been on. He is the host of the Man Whore podcast. A hilarious stand-up comic, the one, the only Billy Procida. Thank you for being back on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on all the places they can find you. Just search Man
That's right.
Whore. I've got good SEO on the word Man Whore.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You would think that really would have been taken over in
By
like
a
the
hotter
60s.
guy. I know.
Oh, I was gonna say it like
Hunter
in the,
Biden was
in
mad
the
when he
60s.
couldn't get it.
Yeah.
He's got the body. He's got the Man Whore body.
Yeah.
I know, dude. He's perfect. He's just sitting there. What do you mean I can't have man whore? Man whore. This is bullshit. I'm the OG man whore. Look at my laptop.
What I gotta do? manwhore.nyc.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Sure, let me see the pictures on Billy's laptop. I'll bet they're not as bad. Oh, they are. Jesus Christ, Billy's laptop. not
Hunter,
mine.
are you a drug addict?
No,
I'm totally not a drug addict. Now give me the gun.
my cousin wants to one day maybe be a Supreme Court justice or president, and she said if either of those things like get close to happening, I have to go on a long vacation.
Dude, that would be awesome. And I hope we have a president who has like a swinger cousin who there's always going to be stories about in the news. Like that would be great. Well, because for the most part, I mean, I don't know what kind of like if you go full on Hunter Biden drug use, but like the stuff you do is legal. So like you get to, if anything, you get to plug your podcast more if by embarrassing
legal?
this guy.
Oh, you're saying with the stuff Billy
All the
does.
weird sex stuff. Yeah.
All the
got
sex
it.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless the Republicans get their way.
That's right. Suck Billy's dick, Ron DeSantis.
While you still can legally, who knows?
Yeah, it's unclear what's going to happen in the future.
Oh,
But,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
But let me introduce our second guest. She is another hilarious stand-up comic, a first-time guest to the show, the one, the only Mindy Wirth. Thank you for being on the show.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. Tell them where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me at Mindy Wirth, Wirth, on Instagram, and also on Facebook.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look her up. Watch her live. And watch her here on this podcast. Hello to the listeners out there. If you're listening on like iTunes or any of that good stuff, thank you. Definitely give us a like and supply. Like and subscribe.
Let me get some of that supply.
Let me get some of that Hunter supply.
It's a Hunter Biden special. Jesus Christ, my face is melting. But no, I like and subscribe. But listen live on YouTube every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Give us your comments. Give us your questions live. Let's see. Joel on YouTube says, "Sorry, I'm late. I got held up in CVS. Motherfuckers, they're doing it to everybody." No, this is Rite Aid. CVS knocks Rite Aid's dick in the dirt, man. I'm telling you. Joel on YouTube says, actually, I'm guest hosting with someone on AMP. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Very
Follow
cool.
Joel on the AMP app. I was actually on his show a few weeks ago. It was a good show. He plays tunes. He DJs on there. It's good times, man. That's AMP on Amazon. Matt on YouTube says, football's on Amazon. Hey, Amy, Jake, Joel, and Boozan. I called you Boozan.
Boozan.
He says, in the future, your marriage is on the rocks. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
Well, speaking of on the rocks,
Yes.
most of these relationships, not most, all of these relationships that we're going to talk about today are on the rocks. And the theme for this week is head in the sand, because these people need to wake the fuck up.
Oh, I hate head in the sand. That's the worst place to get it.
Yeah,
It's
you
all
should-
fucking grainy. You get rashes and stuff.
Yeah.
You're supposed to put your dick in the sand.
There we go.
Oh,
head.
right.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Wait,
Yeah.
like if it's if it's hard or flaccid?
Yes.
Well, how are you going to put your flaccid dick in the sand?
That's
I mean, you
Why
you
not?
Get on top of
You give me 3 good reasons. Why not?
I'll give you 2 words. Sandpaper.
That's one. That's one reason.
It's I guess. Yeah.
All right.
never mind.
Reason
That
2, Jaws. You'll end up clip from Jaws.
That's in the water.
That's the water.
Yeah, but the sand is near the water. You know.
Oh yeah. I can see. Like,
I stuck
maybe,
me dick in the ocean, and the
Oh,
thing bit it off
Or if,
with its black eyes, like a
no,
doll's eyes.
If anything, I think that putting it in the sand would protect it more. Because if you're saying, well, if I'm naked on a beach and a seagull comes by thinking it's a hot dog.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Because, I mean, seagulls are brutal. Seagulls know to go into your grocery bag and get your chips out. So if some dude's out there with his wang,
That is true.
seagull's gonna. He's gonna. You know how seagulls walk.
Yeah.
they did teach me in swinger college while getting blown in the ocean, if a shark does come, bury yourself waist deep in sand so that it doesn't get
Yeah.
bitten off.
You know, it's crazy that people are this into mermaids. I mean, all
Yeah.
the dangers of the sea.
Uh-huh. I mean, you don't even need the sharks down there. Dude, try fucking get scuba gear. That's dangerous enough on its own, man. A lot of good men died that summer. A lot of good men died.
Great. Well, I think we should take our first question.
All right, first question from the wild animals on Reddit. People, if you've got questions to write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, ask live in the chat. Give us your comments. Give us your questions for right now. We're going to take our first one from the wild animals on Reddit.
First question. Husband wants to cancel the divorce after I was stabbed. My soon-to-be ex-husband and I were married for 12 years. We're both 34 now, so we got married at 22. About 4 months ago, he asked me for a divorce after confessing to me that he was having an affair and that he was in love with that person. At first, I took it really badly, but I've always said that if there was a third person in the relationship, someone is left out. I also didn't want to waste my energy begging for something that I knew wouldn't come back. His mother got sick, and I had to take care of her at night since the lady
Mother.
is quite picky with other people. She always treated me badly, but I still took care of her. This delayed the divorce a bit. I guess they were kind of using me as a nurse. About a month and a half ago, I was assaulted when I was going to work. I don't have a car, so I was walking. I didn't have much with me, just $10, and I got stabbed from behind, even though I wasn't carrying anything in my pockets. And then it says LATAM moment. I don't know what that means. Okay.
LATAM. I'm too fucking old to get acronyms. God damn it.
Anyway, my emergency contact was my husband for the whole thing. He now doesn't want a divorce since he says that the altercation opened his eyes that he can't imagine life without me and remembers how amazing I am. It's going to be it was going to be an uncontested divorce since this type of divorce is totally free, and I'm stingy enough so that we don't have to pay lawyers' fees. I'm living with my mother, and my soon-to-be ex-husband comes over every day to screw up my existence. What do I do to solve this situation? Is there a reconciliation possible? But do I even want that to happen?
And I thought the wound itself was bad. It got that asshole Gary blowing up my DMs again. God damn it.
Here's what I love about this woman. I mean, she's fucking hardcore. She got stabbed, and that's not the most annoying thing that's happened to her this week.
Yeah, dude. What a nightmare of a husband is that guy?
She's
Jesus.
like, God damn it. God damn it, Johnny. Stop coming over here. We're watching Jeopardy.
Yeah. I've had the worst week. First, stabbed in the back. Also, Jeffrey's back. Son of a bitch. Jeffrey. No.
I mean, it's. I just love that she has had. I mean, because most people, I would imagine, if you had that type of terrible assault happen to you, you'd be really traumatized.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that would be the main thing. Like this divorce, you'd kind of be, you know, maybe wanting a reconciliation or something to hold on to, just so you don't have to go through more pain. But she's like, God, I mean, how long am I going to have to stay in this hospital? Because I've got divorce papers to go fill out over here. Like, it's just annoying to her to have a major medical emergency.
I would have just gone into the light if I'd have known this asshole was going to be at my bed waiting for me when I woke up. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. I mean, talk about...
That's rough,
Talk about knowing your worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, Billy, I mean, what... If you were, first of all, are you anyone's emergency contact?
I hope not. So
Mindy,
far, I don't know.
Are you anyone's
It's going straight to voicemail.
Well,
It better be emergency light today.
And the inbox is full.
it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that. That's actually something that led to a breakup. You know, because I was with somebody for over a decade, and he wouldn't answer the phone if I'd call him from an off number.
No.
Wow.
I know. And he was like, "Well, I don't know what number that is." And I'm like, "Well, the fucking."
What do you think's gonna happen? The Candyman's gonna jump through the phone? Like,
I don't
Yeah.
know. You know what I mean? So I was like, "Well, if I can't trust you to pick up a number, you know, I could be dead in a gutter, and
Yeah.
you'd just be, I don't know." Who that
So
is."
did you leave him a
Like
message?
this.
Did you leave him a message? Like,
And then I text him later. I'm like, "What the hell, man?"
do you think so many people got roped into going to the hospital before caller ID was invented? Like when you just had, like the spinner phones or whatever, and you had to pick it up because you had no idea. And it's like, oh, God damn it. Fine. I'll come
Clarissa got stabbed again. I keep telling her not to go into the park at night. She's a dummy.
She's also being super chill about getting stabbed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like she's just being like, just an FYI, I got stabbed, no big deal. But like, what do I do about this divorce?
I mean, she's already been stabbed in the back. You know what I mean? So this ain't shit for her. I mean, I get it.
She's just pulling knives out of her back constantly, metaphorically and physically.
And I
Stop
thought,
cooking.
you think that MS-13 guy was a backstabber. Let me introduce you to my ex, Gary. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, because she's still young. You know, they're both only 34. I mean, and so at that age, 34, and then to have already been married to someone for 12 years, you know, you've tried the buffet, you stayed for dessert. Now it's time to leave.
Oh, yeah.
You know what this is all about. And so I feel like all avenues have been tried on this marriage.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if it's done, it's done.
Let me. I'm a little bit behind
Oh, yeah.
on some comments here. Matt on YouTube says she is cheating. That's right.
Oh, maybe that's who stabbed her, was the guy. He thought that she was going back to her husband.
When you got stabbed, I thought you meant with a knife. I didn't mean you. I mean, you got laid. That's bullshit. This sucks.
Stab me.
She got a dick stabbing from some fellow at work. It's not. God damn it! Why did the hospital need to call and tell me this? How big was that fella's dick? Why is she in the hospital?
The doctor's just like, ma'am, it's, how do I explain? When a man and a woman, or a man and a man, and a woman love each other very much.
Joel on YouTube says, at Love Gurus Podcast, you have no idea how funny it was to see Suzanne do the waddle dance on the couch with Bo Diddley playing in my headphones. Matt on YouTube says, stabbed, what kind of knife? Delayed Divorce is playing on Broadway. He says, last time this happened when my ass got stabbed after hot yoga.
Well, if you get stabbed after hot yoga, that's probably an accident, because everyone comes out of there all sweaty. It's, someone's like, whoops, and they just slip and accidentally stab you.
Happens
I feel
all
like,
the time.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel like hot yoga is always an accidental stabbing.
Especially when the hot yoga slasher was still on the loose. You know, it wasn't even. It's safe to wear yoga pants. around
Listen,
that
we're
fucking guy.
we're not body shaming
No,
here.
no.
Everyone can do hot yoga. It doesn't.
Damn. Well, not when that guy was around. He had opinions about that.
Yeah.
Joel on YouTube says, at Love Gurus Podcast, LATM, laughing at the moment.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Why would laugh at the moment?
Wait.
Laughing isn't that a shittier version of LOL? Isn't that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm laughing. I'm not laughing out loud. I'm laughing at the moment.
Oh my
Like, what,
God.
what are you
It doesn't
talking
even
about?
But she
No,
also
it's
let's
stupid.
Let's just
What
let
a
me just
shitty acronym. I hate this woman.
no, but let me just reiterate that when she used LATAM, laughing at the moment, it was at getting stabbed for only having $10 in her pocket.
All right, I like her again. All right. It should have been
got a good
LOL,
like
but
humor.
that's a pretty good
She's
fucking.
like,
yeah.
that's hilarious.
She's
That
a good sport.
yeah,
that did just make me LOL right now.
yeah. It's like she would
She
have been
rocks.
mad if she had like $400 in her pocket.
She made me
but
laugh
she
at
got
that moment.
$10 and she's like laughing at the stabber. It's like, yeah, you idiot! I've only got $10 in my pocket.
That wasn't even worth the calories to stab me. You gotta pick your victims better. You suck. Go buy a lottery ticket with you, and
Yeah.
hopefully you make some fucking money with that $10 stabbing. Oh my God, you're gonna do 10 years in prison for fucking $10. You suck, dude. You fucking suck. I hope you get stabbed while you're serving time, and I hope that guy fucking steals more than $10 off of you.
Oh.
Sorry, prick.
You ever fantasize about like getting held up and like what you would do in that moment?
Yeah.
I always have the argument with whoever's stabbing me or who wants to stab me or whatever, and just be like, you really want to do life in prison over whatever little amount of money I have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm planning on saying before I get shot one day.
I like that. I like that. In fact, this lady has inspired me to kind of
Billy-
do the same. My fantasy used to be some kind of Liam Neeson bullshit. Now I'm just going to roast the guy for robbing a fucking poor guy. It's like, dude, I got $10 in a losing lottery ticket in my wallet.
I
Now
want to
it's
die
yours.
laughing because I got him good.
Yeah, but also I imagine you rehearsing, and then the moment comes, and you have your speech plan, but then all of a sudden you just say, and thank you for inviting me to your daughter's wedding. May her first child be a masculine child. Then you're like, God damn it, that wasn't not that speech.
Yeah, I think if a mugger looked at my wallet right now, he would give me the last wallet he took. You know what I mean? Just as like a charity. Like, Jesus
You're gonna
Christ,
go
man.
hawk this down at the.
Let's see. Matt on YouTube says 35 restraining orders, stabbed twice. Wow.
Wow.
Holy shit. Wow. Okay. Maybe getting stabbed is just another Thursday for some people. I want Amy on YouTube. Producer Amy says, I want this girl's positive vibes. Matt on YouTube says, she have it. Me with a 5-gallon pitcher of iced coffee over the head. She have hit me. Oh, I think he's saying she hit me with a 5-gallon pitcher of iced coffee over the head. I had
Wrong ice bucket challenge.
I had put in 10 stitches out of my fishing kit.
I like that
Wow,
Jake
he
does.
stitched himself up with a fishing kit.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's a good skill.
I like
Yeah.
that Jake doesn't pre-screen any of these comments.
No.
Like we're really gonna experience it with him live as
yeah.
he reads.
Yeah, that's right. If you've got comments, again, I can't read good, so really
There's
type
one-
them out in full sentences.
There's one that just says the doctor, and Jake's not gonna figure it out till he's already read it out loud to us.
Yeah.
If Charles Bronson was still alive, it would have never happened. That's right, goddammit. Charles Bronson
yeah.
would have saved you. He was the OG Liam Neeson.
Well, so let's go to final advice for this question. So my final advice for this person is I love your energy. I love that you clearly don't let a lot get you down. I think that I have a lot of anxiety, and so the fact that she gets stabbed, I'm like, you know what? I don't really have that many problems, and I don't know why I beat myself up all the time. My advice for this woman is actually no advice. You do you. The advice is to me, I'm going to be more like you. I don't think that I've ever done that. The advice is actually to me to be more like the person writing the question.
Oh yeah, dude.
Definitely
you should.
that's never happened.
You need to be more like the person. That is a first in the show. Most of the time, these people are animals. It's like I only thank my lucky stars that I'm not this
I know.
person. I've never had looks or money or success. I've also never been one of these fucking animals.
Yeah.
So normally it brightens my week, but now I actually feel worse about myself in a weird way.
I feel inspired.
But yeah, you should be more like, because I don't know if you guys have ever been around Suzanne after she gets stabbed in the back, but she won't stop. Why? Oh, she's so fucking negative. Oh, I think he hit an organ. I said, he didn't hit an organ. It only went a couple inches deep, for
my
Christ's sake.
stab wound hurt.
Yeah, oh, it's a grazing, it's a scratch, it's a fucking scratch. What was that? A nail file he stabbed you? Come on. It's not a knife. This is a knife. Like, it's not a fucking real knife. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. What other final advice do we have for this person?
Just take your time and just do what you want to do. I think that it sounds like she's over she's over it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's just going back to pity him.
Yeah, and
No
that's
way.
good. Yeah, and also because these things don't happen overnight. But so she could just. If she could just get through this divorce.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you know it's over when you almost lost your life. And your ex is like, I just realized I love you so much. I realized you're a fucking prick, and I wish you'd have stabbed me in the goddamn neck so I wouldn't have to listen to this bullshit right now.
Because just as he realizes that, you could be gone tomorrow,
Yeah.
he's taking you for granted. You're like, you know what, motherfucker? I could just die tomorrow. And
Yeah.
appreciate it.
I mean,
don't
that
need
is the ultimate test of should I stay or should I go.
Yeah.
Being in the hospital with a stab wound, if you still don't feel anything for your loved one, it's like, hey, there's nothing there. If a stab wound can't save a relationship, what the hell can,
Okay. Any other Billy? Any final advice for this person?
I mean, the question she asks herself at the end of the post is the question she needs to answer first. It's like, do I even want to? And then everything will trickle out from there. But
Yeah.
she seems unenthusiastic, but I hold space that, like, I don't know, maybe she still wants it.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
but
interesting.
answer the question at the end. Do you still want this? And go from there.
Yeah. I mean, because I guess that's a good point. If it was completely over, in her head, like 100% over, she wouldn't be writing this fucking question.
No, but if she was really interested, she also would have she would have defended her soon-to-be ex-husband a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. There weren't many points for in his court.
No, he's not. I think the guy that stabbed her has a better luck at hooking up with her afterwards than he does, honestly.
It is a meet cute.
And I was just gonna say, in 5 years they're at a dinner party. So how'd you guys meet?
Okay.
Well,
You won't
funny
believe it.
story.
I stabbed your grandma, and I'm not just talking with my dick. Talking with a box cutter. Oh, quickest way to lady's heart is with a goddamn hunting knife. No, it's
Sake. Jesus.
I say stay with him. Okay, I say stay. You know why? In fact, not only should you stay with him, but you finally found a way to get everything you want, and that's getting stabbed. What you need to do is go pro wrestling on this. I listened to an interview with Ric Flair on Rogan a little while back, and he was talking about a really good episode, by the way. And I don't even like pro wrestling, but I love the interviews with those guys, with the old school ones, because those stories are so fucking wild. But they discovered in the 80s that if you kind of tip your head down, you can straight up take a steel chair to the fucking head. You know what I mean? Figure out a stab wound version of that. You hire a guy to, baby, I got stabbed again. And now all of a sudden, what? He's cooking brajol. You know what I mean? Like, he's the perfect husband all of a sudden. You need to, because what they used to do for the cuts, I don't know if you watched The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. That fucking great movie. Love it. I love everything about pro wrestling except pro wrestling. Does that make sense? I fucking, it's everything about the shit that's not pro wrestling. I'm not tuning in for Raw or any of that bullshit. But it's a guy talking about Raw. Now I'm in. It's the only thing I'm like that with. But they used to for the cuts in wrestling, they keep little razor blades in their little armbands and stuff. And they cut right by the hairline. Because I don't know if you've ever had a cut up in the hair. Like, even a tiny one, it bleeds a lot. But it heals really good, because it's such a fine cut. So they'll go, I just got punched. And they cut themselves and they put it back in. So what I'm saying is, what mugger comes up, whoa, slash, oh my God, baby, he got me in the hairline again. He got me. You got to keep like a pro wrestler, keep a little razor in your bra. And at least once a month, you hire somebody to just give you a fake slash. It's not even a real knife. It's like a kid, like a Halloweeny,
No, it's real. Jake, you understand? That is a real fetish. It's called sharp play.
That's hot.
That's a real thing.
Did I just find my new kink? I think I did.
There's a.
But I want to be the sharper or the sharpie.
There's like a quasi monthly play party in Brooklyn that is just dedicated to like sharps and blood play and
Sharps and blood play.
little sniffs, little needles. Yeah.
Do they
That's
have
a whole thing? Like you thought you were just like exaggerating for comedy. No, there's like a whole community of people, and like
my
that's what they
God.
do.
It turns out someone's tuned in for Billy right now going, I'm being kink shamed on this motherfucker. You know, like that's what's going on right now.
I'm sorry.
There's a guy. Yeah. Wow.
As a medical professional, that is absolutely fucking horrendous.
No, they're very
awful.
they're pretty cleanly and sanitary about the whole
Do
thing.
they
Like
get
they're
free
very
screen?
clinical.
Do they come with labs?
Well, they're not mixing their
Oh,
blood.
come
so
on.
they're
What are
not
you,
doing
fucking
this.
Mormon?
Okay.
What are you, Mitt Romney?
Doing this to each other would be like coming inside of someone. You know, it's like you do it safely. You don't mixing the fluids, but they wear gloves. They get fresh needles and fresh razor blades.
Wow.
Like it's wild. I went to a party.
So do they fuck while they're doing
Wait,
it, or they just
so is
it just a
beat
cutting
off?
party?
Or...
Well, it's called Vampire Dyke. So I'm not.
Oh, yeah! I was just gonna ask if they had Twilight playing in the background.
so
I guess they are.
It's a party but cis men are the only people not invited.
What?
So I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
You cock teases. Let me in the Vampire Dyke party. Come on, I'll tuck it back. I'll do what I need to do. I'll get any surgeries necessary. Come on. I identify as Morticia Adams. That's my new name. It's I'm switching my pronouns to she, her, and my new name is Morticia Adams. That's what the fuck's going on. I want to be a Vampire Dyke. Let me into the party. I want to suck your whatever you want to cut. You know, like whatever. It's your body, your choice. You do the cut. I'm just there for the ride. You know what I mean? Surprise me. Throw a blindfold on, start hacking things up, and boom, that's the move. That's
Sorry,
a real fucking thing, huh?
In
Yeah.
my head,
Wow.
Yeah.
in my head, I'm like, what happened to going to the movies? Like what happened to like a nice film?
Oh, no.
It's 7:00 on a Friday.
I'll bet they do
I
this in
gotta
movie
go
theater
into some
sometime.
dungeon and get my butt slit by a razor blade. Fuck.
I mean, come on. Let straight men in. Come on. I'll show up dressed like Bela Lugosi. You need at least one dude in there like Bela Lugosi. Like, oh, yes. Even if I'm just watching. I'll show up. I'll do a drag. Oh, yes. Lick it, suck it, good. Yes. Ooh, oh.
Oh, wow. All right. I think we answered
Transylvania, New Jersey. Oh, like
think
it'll be fun.
I think we answered that question.
Yeah.
Oh, I love vampires. Next question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, write your questions into Love Gurus podcast at yahoo.com, or you better watch live every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to take our next one from the wild animals on Reddit. Please let this one be about vampire fetishes.
Next question. My thrupple's breaking up. I'm 27.
Van Helsing killed one of the vampires. And now we are just two vampires. Sad.
I'm 27.
But the cock block.
I'm 27 and I've been dating two guys for about 5 years. I'll call them Y and Z respectfully. And the person writing the question is male also, so it's three men dating each other. We've been in one of the most unique and healthy relationships that I've ever been in. Y and Z were dating for nearly 10 years, so 5 years longer than I have, and I was the third that came along. But on the downside, for a while now, I've been having trouble seeing a future with Z, given that he lost his job pre-pandemic and hasn't had a stable one for years. Here's the reason why I'm writing here. Y and I discovered a few days ago that Z had, in addition to kind of being a deadbeat, had cheated on us a couple times this past summer. It was premeditated, purposeful, and multiple times during opportune weeks where Y and I were out of town together. Z declined to come on the trip due to finances, and even though I offered to spot him, which was completely reasonable given that he didn't want to be in more debt. The pain was unthinkable. Here I am thinking I'm putting in the work for years, forgiving him for his shortcomings on growing as a person, being patient with him, to find out he's cheated. We asked Z to stay away for a few days while Y and I had the space to process and think. Y has had the exact same sentiment for years, and we both came to the conclusion that Z cheating was the straw that broke the camel's back. Not only that, now what's difficult is where do I go from here? Do Y and I stay together? Do I still keep a relationship with Z?
Y&A is my favorite Bob Marley song. Anyway, go on.
should I move out? Should I stay in the same place? I've been in this place for the last 5 years. I've just lost the 2 people I love. Help.
Wait, I think I missed a small detail. Wait,
Yeah.
what happened right before that? Did
The
what
question?
happened with with why?
What? Yeah.
The one who didn't cheat,
Yeah.
are they still good?
Yeah. So it's so there's the person writing the question. There's Y,
Right.
and then Z.
Right.
So Y has done nothing. Y has done nothing wrong.
Right.
Y is a good, I guess a good job or a steady job. Isn't in debt.
Right.
Did not cheat.
Right. Z's the but
Z's the bad egg.
I'm gonna call the writer X, so it's
Okay.
XYZ.
Yeah,
Sure,
there we
sure.
go.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go.
But X and Y are still together because X says like I've lost the 2 people.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I think that's the concern is that he loses both of them versus just one, and that's what's confusing is because
Wait, Y
he
doesn't
was-
want to break up with Z?
It's
too?
so weird. Yeah, they should be both teaming up against Z. It seems
Yeah.
like that's what I was
we
confused about.
We don't know what Y wants at the moment, but I think that because the dynamic was Y and Z were together for so much longer, and then X was brought into it.
Right.
It's is
X,
that dynamic
X
there
thinks
where
that
they
breaking
just
up with
have,
Z might mean losing Y.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you could totally cut off the romantic relationship with Z and continue with Y. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only complication there is like the whole living with thing, but
Right.
It depends. Like
Does
if,
that happen a lot? Like if there's a thruple and then what they like, you like they take a vote, one gets voted out. I like how do
Yeah, it's like Survivor with less clothing.
you are off the island.
Well, typically-
you are the weakest link, literally in the bedroom.
I mean, typically you treat each like relationship independent of each other unless you've arranged it otherwise. So
Yeah.
like you can have a falling out with one partner, but not with the other, and just you adjust everything accordingly. But living there, it's kind of the questions of like, is it one bedroom with a big ass king bed? Do you guys have your
Right.
own spaces? That's where it complicates
Yeah.
a little bit.
Does one of
but-
you sleep in the trunk like that fella in Pulp Fiction?
Here's
Because that would be awesome.
Well, and Z should have to sleep in the trunk if that's the case. I
Yeah.
think.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh. I say they both get to drink Y's blood for a week. That's the move.
yeah. Well, here's what I would say is that I think that one concern if X and Y stay together, that the relationship will primarily be built on, talking shit about Z, how they can't believe that Z did that to them, and it's
Yeah.
like they're almost kind of bonding over this negative person or this negative thing that happened to them.
They're already
rather
bonded.
than them like building a new chapter for themselves.
But they're
Do you know what I
already
mean?
bonded. Like they already have a relationship. They've been together 5 years. So
Yeah.
it's not like oh my god we're gonna get closer because Z cheated on us. It's like we're already close. I get
Right.
that maybe in the beginning of a relationship. I mean I think they got their own established thing.
There's
it's
something
strong
left out
enough
here.
to-
I have a theory, and I try to point this out at least once a question. When in doubt, especially due to lack of detail, I try to err against the person writing the questions for two
Oh, right,
reasons.
right.
A, this is on Reddit and these people are animals. B, this is a source by, for, and about them. It's their personal Fox News, their personal MSNBC, their personal North Korean state-run news if they happen to inherit the entire country from their dad, right? So when they leave something out that seems very important, I have to think that it wouldn't make them look good if they elaborated on that, right? Like what we're missing here with all that detail, we're missing, hey, how's Z feel about all this? You talked to Z? What's Z up
Z
to?
fucking cheated. What? Who cares how Z
Wait.
feels?
Why cheated, I thought?
No.
Wait, who was the one that cheated?
No, Z cheated.
Z is
cheated,
the
yeah.
one
Oh,
that
yeah,
has
fuck
been
Z.
a
Fuck
been
Z.
a deadbeat
All
and
right.
Z cheated.
So, I mixed up my Y's and my Z's. It happens.
It is hard to understand. Yeah.
So then they didn't. So Z cheated.
Yes.
X didn't talk to Y. X is just writing this whole thing,
Right.
and hasn't talked to Y. And that leads me to believe that Y doesn't give a fuck what Z was doing. Y doesn't give a fuck because I think Y is at least open to it, probably at least accepting of it. Otherwise, that would be in there. Like, hey, yeah, Y's pissed. Me and Y are gonna go fucking Thelma and Louise and
No,
drive
this
off a cliff
X
together.
is
Like,
writing
we-
for himself.
yeah, I mean, X is writing for himself, but we're missing. Hey, did you even bring this up to Y? What was Y's opinion on this?
Well, 'cause
Are you
X
gonna-
is-
No,
X
Y is definitely pissed that Z cheated.
Yeah.
It's-
Oh, okay.
Everyone's pissed
Okay.
Z cheated.
Yeah.
That's
then
a
why?
fact.
but we haven't discussed is Y leaving too. I think Y is staying. I think Y is staying. Y is at least accepting of it.
Well, I don't think it would be
Pissed,
a
but
matter of
accepting.
like Y and X leaving. Like if anyone was to leave, it would be Z because Z not only is the perpetrator, but also Z also can't afford to stay there if they break up. But again,
I bet Z's got bad credit.
if Y and Z are going to stay together, then like the moving out thing's not going to happen. But then it's a matter. X is just trying to figure out like what's my place now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do I lose both of them? Can
Yeah.
I break up with one and not the other? And then am I still living here? I mean, these are details they're trying to figure
But
out.
that's what I'm saying is I think X skipped over that detail because Y's staying. Y might have been pissed, but Y's accepting it, and Y's fucking keeping that anchor planted, and X can either stay or go. That's basically what Y's saying, not in those cold terms, but I think that's the situation here.
I mean, I'm going to tend to agree because, in a situation like this, it's already so open. The lines are already so blurry on, monogamy and whatnot.
Are they blurry?
I don't know. I'm assuming. I don't know.
If they to be in a triad and to use the word cheat means they must have had an explicit like agreement
Right.
with what the terms of this relationship are.
Right.
So if they're what we might call a polyfidelitis,
It's sort of like a Mormon throuble,
Yeah,
there's a throuble, but there's a lot of
I
fucking
thought-
we
rules.
don't go outside
Yeah.
the if they
Oh,
have a
I
rule
thought that's
where-
what just made me sneeze every April.
if they have rules where like we're not going outside of this three-way relationship, then
Yeah.
like non-monogamous people can still cheat. It's just like we have different
Right, right.
rules, right? It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if you break the rules, that's cheating.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
sounds like Z broke whatever the
Right.
rules were.
Because everyone is their own. Every couple's their own little set of snowflakes, in that everybody's unique.
Jacob.
And that now there's a lot of couples who are like straight up religious and like have like rulesy rules. That's a different kind of
Some-
thing. But everybody who's not like a straight up, I am this denomination and I follow this Harry Potter book's fucking rules to a T, right? Everybody who's not that is on some end of the spectrum, like scale. Like one end of the scale is super, super monogamous and we don't cheat, we don't fuck anybody else. And then the other end of the scale is people who drink each other's blood in New Jersey. You know what I mean? But everybody needs to figure out
Wait,
where they're at
don't
on that
drag
scale.
New Jersey into this, okay?
Yeah, leave us out.
Listen, I meant that in a good way. I'm going to that party. That's a compliment. I just ordered my cloak on Amazon just now on the phone here.
For the vampire dyke party.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, speaking of that, I missed this comment. Matt said, concrete blonde bloodletting. Yes, good song, and they better have that playing at that fucking party. That gets bumped at that party. He says mixed blood like Jim Carroll in Basketball Diaries. Love it. I love all the blood stuff. Let's see. So, I think definitely this person is kind of like not on the same page as Y. It's they're kind of going right past it, but Y I think is staying.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to give my final advice. I think to this person, listen, breakups are hard, and the hardest part about a breakup to me is that you are then you're not alone, and then you're alone, and you want to tell someone something, and you want to have a laugh about something, and that person's not there. So if you can not go from in a relationship to completely alone, don't do that. So just stay with Y.
Yeah,
And then
Y's
go
good.
out. Go out to a couple bars. See if, maybe that's like the fun new adventure. The two of you go and see if there's a third that
Right,
you
you and Y need to be like, listen, Z's been great, but Z cheated, and it's a big fucking alphabet out there. So let's go find another letter. Let's go find another letter.
Then get revenge bods
Yeah.
and really, get that Instagram popping.
Get a big D and make Z jealous.
Make C know what you missed out on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Billy, Mindy, any final advice for this person?
Yeah, I just want to say, I think Z just cheated because, he probably feels left out, and he probably feels...
Oh, no, I feel sad for Z a little bit.
You know what I mean? Like, he probably feels like, oh, man, I'm a loser. Maybe somebody else will appreciate me.
That's-
Something
yes.
That's actually a very good. That's a
I
very
like
good
that.
point.
I
Yeah.
like that because
I like the
again,
point.
like I was pointing out earlier, this is her point of view or their point of view.
Yes.
No one's asked Z in this question. Hey, why'd you cheat?
Yes.
Maybe Y and X were being dicks, man.
Yeah, they're
Maybe
going
Z
to
had to go
Catalina
get some
Island
strength.
together.
Yeah.
He's by himself,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wants to be validated. A lot of people cheat out of a, low self-esteem, I'd say.
Right.
That's
right.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah. He was like, Y and X are acting like real L's to me, and I need to go find myself a W, and that's what he did.
And then I need to LATAM.
Letters are fun.
Billy, any final advice for this person?
No, I think we got it.
Yeah, got it. Okay, great. Well, let's.
Yeah. Well, no, I got final.
Okay.
I hate giving the
Let
same.
me guess. It's about blood.
Yes, it very much is. And I hate giving the same advice twice in a row. But maybe Z and Y would love you a little bit more if you just kind of got stabbed a little bit. You know what I mean? Like hire the same. You got to hire a fake stabber. You got to rewind and listen to the advice for the last person.
Oh.
You take the razor, you cut yourself. You make it seem like he got you with that fake knife. Like, oh my God, I saw my life flashing before my eyes and I realized how much I loved you. And then Y or Z like, we realized how much we love you. And then they're like, we even brought a third person. We brought Q. The real one who's got all the info. We brought Q. And then you guys all fuck in the hospital. You guys have a giant little blood orgy in the hospital. Where it's safe and it's sterile.
Yeah, but but logistically, who is your emergency contact if you're in a throuple?
I wonder how many. You think thruples have been broken up over that?
Yeah. Definitely.
Do you think when Ashley Babbitt was shot at the Capitol, do you think one of them got the phone call and the other one got jealous? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean they called you to say Ashley's dead? They should have called me. I've been here longer.
Yeah.
I'm C. God damn it. I'm C. I should have got the phone call, not fucking Y. Y sucks.
Either that or they're like, okay, I'll just compromise. Okay, how about I'll put half of your phone number and the other half of your phone number on the emergency call. So you're both kind of getting called.
Yeah. And then it ends up going to my phone. They're all like, oh, fuck.
That's Billy's a superhero. That's his bat symbol. There's a throuple that needs me. I gotta go throw on my cape.
I won't know. It went straight to voicemail.
Awesome. I think we answered that question. Let's do one more and then we'll do a quick lightning round.
Alrighty. Next question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, write your questions into loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com. Or even better, listen live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, yeah. This is good music. For
No,
sure,
no.
The question. I put it up there. Yeah. I don't even remember which one this is. But let's take the question now.
It started with my sons.
Yeah, see, I only know the titles. I haven't read the questions yet. So yeah. Oh shit! This is a good title for sure. Let's take this question from the wild animals on Reddit.
Next question. Son's resemblance to my brother. I'm 31 and my wife Clara, who's 28, and I have been in a committed relationship for 8 years. We were over the moon when she gave birth to our son Nathan a couple months ago. It's a joy to watch him grow, and but there's this lingering thought that I can't shake off. Nathan, as he's
man on YouTube says she cheated with the son. That's the M. Night Shyamalan twist. That's right.
Nathan, as he's beginning to show more distinct features, has started to look uncannily like my older brother Alex. Even friends and some family members are pointing out the resemblance. Feeling overwhelmed, I approached Claire about my concern. She seemed hurt, but tried to reassure me by highlighting the genetic similarities within families and mentioning how Alex and I looked alike in our childhood photos.
Does he not know how fucking genetics work? Does he not know how babies work? This is fucking crazy.
The baby's like 4 months old. Chill the fuck out. It doesn't look like anything.
I know that's because Alex is balding. Babies are bald. It happens. He lost his hair.
The thought of a DNA test crossed my mind, but Clara is entirely against it, saying that it undermines the trust in our relationship. I'm torn between my love for Nathan and the need for peace of mind.
Oh my God, this guy's swatted.
Is it unfair of me to want some kind of confirmation?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a simple one. Yes.
I don't know. It's a little fun. So what I will say, though, is that even though they're brothers, there's always some. Just because you're siblings does not mean that you always look alike. You definitely know families where one person kind of takes after one side of the family, the other person takes after the other side of the family. So I could understand if, the kid's 16 and he's, 5 feet tall, but the father's side, you know,
Yeah.
But that's not
should
even
say.
how genetics work either. Like, it
No,
just
yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
This guy
you're still
is- yeah.
holding on to genes that aren't being expressed
Right.
by your
Yeah.
your humanness or whatever. It's like, but it's
Yeah.
still in you, and you can pass that on. And that I don't know this guy's got nothing.
He's got
Got
no.
nothing.
He's dumb.
As the lawyer of the wife, he's
Yeah.
got nothing.
Well, he's got neuroses,
as-
that's for sure. Like,
Yes.
that-
Yeah.
yeah. But,
As the lawyer or the husband, we're going to lose this case. Can I settle with you on a court, sir?
Yes,
this guy,
Foot
he's not
massages
listening to me.
for a year.
Well, but I guess in his defense, what I do want to point out, it says he does say even friends and some family members are pointing out the resemblance.
Yeah,
So-
the resemblance. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
now he hasn't said like, "Oh, I've noticed this." They
Yeah.
text a lot. There's nothing else here.
It's actually funny that you bring this up because I didn't think about this until now. But so my husband has a sister and she has 2 little boys, and his sister, the youngest one, does look very similar to my husband when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And she says it's like he's definitely gonna look, just like when Michael when he grows up, and it's like, oh, that's adorable.
Right.
Never once did I think, oh
No.
my God, did he fuck his sister?
right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, he probably fucked his sister.
Right. Yes. Yes. I looked like my mom's brother growing up, and they never accused her of incest once. You know why? Because they weren't fucking morons. Like, this guy's a moron.
Yeah, it sounds like my ex. Yeah. it's
Really?
Like some dumb shit he would say.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just insecure
Yeah.
shit.
Insecure shit. Yeah. Just
Dude.
perseverating on
wait,
ridiculous.
Like
stuff.
what?
Wait,
Like
this-
give us an example of what did your ex say that was this dumb? Because this is pretty fucking dumb.
Oh, well, this is the one that you were
Like, this
saying
is
that
way
he
dumb.
wouldn't pick up a random number.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would
Yeah,
have
that's
picked up a
dumb.
random number. I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head, but yeah, like so I'd invited him out to meet a couple of my new friends,
Sure.
and he's like, "Oh, why'd that guy hug you like that?" Or like,
Right.
a lot of things like that. You know what I mean?
Just
yeah.
a stupid,
Yeah.
jealous
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
guy.
like, I've
Yeah.
been going to clubs since I'm 14. I know what kind of guy that is. And I'm like,
Oh,
this man's
wow.
been nothing but professional and
Yeah.
kind to me the whole
Yeah.
time.
Right.
Now-
It's- so
now-
he's just sort of like an overly jealous guy. What you
Yeah.
need to do is you need to introduce your ex to this guy and be like,
Yeah.
see, this will be you in
See?
10 years if you
Yeah.
don't fucking chill out. Like, this guy's
Ding
insane.
dong.
Now we did not. Now the writer did not include important information. Like, is this the hot brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Because then I kind of get it.
Yeah. But
Look at the size of this kid's dick. My dick's not that big. My brother's dick is huge.
But in
You
that,
fuck my brother.
that defense, though, so let's say that the wife had sex with the hotter younger brother, right?
Into it.
I feel like that's, again, Your Honor, she's just doing what's best for the family. She loves her husband, and she's going to give
Yeah.
him a kid, and she's going to, after that, be totally the best wife ever. But
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of things, if your kid's hot, it's going to have an easier life.
Yeah.
Full stop.
I think so.
Okay? If
The
your
kid will
kid's hot.
still
it was-
share some genetics.
Yeah, the kid is
kid will
still
share
a blood-
24% of the
Yeah,
genetics.
the kid is still related to you.
It was eugenics based cheating. It wasn't sexual. We had a plan.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
was about.
I
Yeah.
wonder if anyone's ever like arranged that, like they're family planning. They've pulled the goalie. They're trying, quote unquote, but one of them's really ugly and has a hot,
Right.
and been like, look, for the betterment of our kid,
Yeah.
should we?
Yeah.
You
I mean,
have to let a guy with a decent hairline fuck you through a hole in a sheet.
It does. I mean, you are basically just outlining a Handmaid's Tale episode.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure somewhere, or like I'm thinking more of, let's say that someone has cancer, and it's we can't, but the brother can.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. It's. But you would think they would have the brother whack it in a cup, like and why do they bring all the massage oils? This seems unnecessary. What the hell is this?
Jealous men are really confusing.
Yeah.
My youngest sister's wedding was over the weekend, and at the rehearsal dinner, I am shoved at the far end of the table with the groom's siblings and respective partners, right?
Okay.
And so I know none of them. I'm just meeting them all first time. So I'm like sitting next to like the sister's boyfriend, across from the brother's girlfriend, and catty corner to the groom's brother. I make some small talk here. I make some small talk with the girlfriend. The brother has since gotten up or whatever. When he comes to sit back down, he's saying something like, "Oh, you never talk to me like that, or you never talking about me." I try to, right? Very weird. I go, "Hey man, not for nothing. Like, you know, I was asking her about you and what you do for work and whatnot." And he's like, "I don't give a fuck." He gave me the like linebacker intensity icons. Like,
At the rehearsal dinner for
Wow.
what? What a fucking asshole!
he's like, "I don't give a fuck," and then goes back to like arguing with his girlfriend. I'm like, "Whatever. I'm gonna eat this steak. It's overcooked. That's fine." And then later in the night, he gets up again, and the girlfriend's across from me, and I'm like, "Hey," yeah, and she goes like, "Yeah, I'm really pissed at him." I'm like, "Yeah, I noticed there was a tiff. What happened?" She said, "He was mad at me for speaking with you."
Wow!
I'm sorry, moi? Am I a threat? I had the softest body in the entire room and the least amount of money. This dude is built, jacked, full hair, good income,
Right.
square jawline. I'm like, you don't have to be scared.
But I like.
It's like, bro, if she cheats on you with me,
It's your
she
fault.
fucking hates you.
Yeah, seriously.
But
It's a spite fuck.
I do like how she said that too, and you're like, what? What?
See, that's the way to get back at a guy. Is you time it to where he's coming home and he's just like, hey, look at him. He doesn't even look that good. Yeah. I'm not even enjoying this. I just like that it's pissing you off. Look at that. I'm closing my eyes thinking about neither of you right now.
He's holding a picture of the husband while like fucking his wife, just laughing at the picture.
And let me tell you, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, but like I wasn't trying to have sex with her at a moment.
Yeah. Right.
After he did that, when I got home, I was like, I kind of want to fuck that lady now.
Yeah.
Now, just to prove a point to him.
Right. It's like you lock eyes when he walks in. What did we learn?
It's like y'all two have only been together a year. Like your relationship is far from secure yet, buddy. Like you
Yes.
still gotta. You can't pull some random jealousy, macho man bullshit. It's so weird the
I
things
just
get
can't
things
imagine.
get jealous about.
Yeah, I just can't imagine speaking to, like. No, I know that you guys aren't family, but the fact that you're at a family event like that, speaking to someone like that, I mean, that just blows my mind.
That's
like
insane.
even if you're at a wedding,
That's insane.
Yeah, I just that
It's like, dude,
blows my mind.
we're gonna have to see each other again. I don't know if we'll see your girlfriend anymore, but like we're gonna have to
Yeah.
interact.
If he's that bad at a family reunion, can you imagine how that guy would be at a fucking bar or like
my God.
something where you're not surrounded by family?
or
Like that would be a nightmare.
like an Eagles game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing: like he's built in a way where I'm like at the family reunion, like when we get the football game together, it's like I do want him on my team. They're a very athletic family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not only is he in shape, but like he's got fire in his heart. We're gonna get in the huddle. I'll be like, hey man, that guy right there, number 27.
He's gonna be like,
I saw him talking. Yeah.
fuck, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw number 27 talking to your chick, dude. I'm just saying.
Jake,
Maybe
I don't
take
care.
him out.
I don't give a fuck.
Maybe injure 27.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, she was looking at his package.
Don't
looking
give
at
a
his,
fuck.
Yeah, he was like, he like brushed her hair back, was whispering into her ear. I don't know. You should take him out on this next play. Tell him what you think. Tell him what you think about that. Number 27.
Well, I think you answered the question.
Let me. I got some
Yeah.
comments though.
Okay.
Producer Amy says there is way more to this story. I think there was flirting during a family outing or something. No, I mean but that would be in there. That would be in there
Exactly.
because this whole thing is about like my brother. And it would have come up, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
no, this guy is like relying on pandemic science. You know, he's just like looking
Yeah.
at the kid and be like, looks like him. Ah, Fauci.
Yeah. I knew if she took the booster, she'd fuck my brother. Fauci made her fuck my brother with that crazy Johnson & Johnson. She got a third Johnson, and it was my brother's Johnson.
My brother gave her a Fauci outside.
Q said this would happen. What the fuck? Thanks a lot, Biden. She fucked my brother.
Can we also give advice to my brother-in-law's brother's girlfriend?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe she knew the relationship was over, but she just likes a good wedding.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
so
there we
she
go.
She just wanted to come to your sister's wedding. She thought it was going to be a good time, but she plans on breaking up with him.
It's like this schlubby dude looks good in a tux. He's got pretty blue eyes. I don't know.
I hope she catches the bouquet and be like, I'm going to get married next, but not to you, John. Fuck off.
She goes over to Billy. Hey,
If-
hey, look what I did.
If your girl leaves you for me, you should be so mad. Like I used to be hotter and fitter.
Yeah.
Now you should be upset.
That's right. That's like Kansas City losing to my Detroit Lions last week. That's what the fuck that is. Let's see. Joel on YouTube says, forget about band camp. There was this one time at a family reunion. Man on YouTube says, Mom went to the shed, had some apple stew, and got pregnant, though wrote a short story about it.
Oh, I didn't realize apple stew did that to you. I also don't even know what apple stew is. But I'm not eating it.
That sounds like some crazy Eastern Bloc stuff that they used to eat during the 90s, during the fucking wars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it sounds like it'd be tasty.
There was nothing for a decade but bombings and apple stew. It was fucking horrible.
I just made a stew with apple and I put apples in it. It was actually really good. Apples and ginger. It was really, really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, I was just gonna ask, like, is there like a meat in there, or like it was an apple
perfect.
ginger stew?
It was apple, ginger, turmeric, lentils, beans. It was like real East. It was some Eastern Bloc shit. It's, just like, it's in my fridge. I also made pickled beets. So
Wow.
Slush, slush.
It does not taste good, but it would get us through cold Soviet winter.
Like strong like bull.
Yeah, awesome. All right, let's do the last round, and we're gonna do lightning lightning round question.
All right. Last question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, if you've got questions to write in, write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com. Or even better, listen live every single Thursday. Like and subscribe. Ask us your questions live. Give us your comments. Give us your questions in the chat. We're going to take our last one, lightning round style, from the wild animals on Reddit.
Last question. Girl I'm seeing was scammed for $10,000. Been seeing this girl for about a month and we hit it off. She seems smart and mature, but then she said about 2 years ago she was on Tinder. She met a guy that got her to, quote unquote, invest $10,000 into an obvious crypto scam, probably run by the guy himself. She told me that they had never met in real life and it was only online. She claims this was because she was emotionally not recovered from her previous relationship and wasn't thinking straight. What I will also clarify is that it wasn't her money. She asked for the money from various family members and friends and told them that she would need emergency eye surgery.
Wow.
For the money, and that's what the money was for. She's now 33. I am 31. She seems smart and mature, and I like her, but I'm thinking of breaking it off. Is this a good enough reason?
Oh, dude.
So how we are do lightning round is that we will just do quickly go around the room and we'll give our final advice for the question. So kind of a quick flash of lightning, if you will. So my final advice for this person is, at least she knows it's a scam. She knows it's a scam, and at least she's not saying, oh, well, I'm still waiting for the crypto money to pay out. We all make mistakes. And so if you're going to hold her up on a cross because she got ripped off in crypto, I mean, so did millions of others, dude.
Yeah,
Like, the
yeah.
fuck.
That's fair.
I
That's a good
I
point.
think that if there's other, if she's still doing worrying shit like this, yeah, break it off. But, one time, little slap on the wrist. Yeah, she's got to pay mom back $7,000. But, I don't know.
And
mom.
just to clarify, the scam that she got ripped off, like they were selling her actual crypto. It didn't hit, right? Like that's basically what happened.
That is not clarified. It just says 10,000.
Scam could also just be like they've made technically a coin.
Right.
So it may
yeah.
not be a scam. It's a scam in as much as like it's a dumb fucking investment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't say exactly what happened, but basically, yeah, she met this guy via Tinder. It gave him $10,000 in a quote unquote obvious crypto scam, but
and if
no other details.
Yeah, and I get those all the fucking time on Facebook and shit too.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who's going through those,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, Billy, what's your final advice for this person?
I don't know if I should offer advice. I did buy GameStop, so. Oops.
Whoops.
It
my
sounds like
God.
she and I should hang out.
Like going to Charlie Sheen to try to quit drinking or something, What are you gonna do?
Was there like an actual like question at the end of all that?
The question is, should he break it off over
Should
that
he break it off with her?
Yeah, should he break it off with her over now that he's learned that she fell for this scam.
That she's dumb enough to fall for that scam.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I zoned out because I was just fantasizing like, what would I do with her $10,000? No, I mean, dude, I'm sure she feels plenty embarrassed enough as is. Unless you really are turned off and really find that unattractive, stay with her. I don't think that's a reason to break up. And clearly, she's like easy to get money from. So I think you should keep her around.
Oh, you could set up the crypto scam. Like that song, If You Like Pina Coladas, you know? It's like he was the crypto scammer the whole time. And then he's like, baby, it was a scam, but the good news is it was me. Now we're going on vacation, you know?
Yeah.
That could be the move.
That's funny.
Mindy, final advice?
If he got the ick, from hearing the story. You don't have to tell her specifically why. Just say, I don't think it's working out. You have to really drill down on her and tell us that, you don't have to hurt her feelings on that level. But
Yeah.
just say, I'm going to go over here.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
It doesn't be that serious,
It's only been a month.
You don't need to give her a whole dissertation on what you don't like about her personality. It's unnecessary. It's just hurtful.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Jake, final advice?
Yeah. Matt on YouTube says she is a glue sniffer. Yeah. It's not that bright, dude. The people that fall for that shit.
Yeah.
I get those all the fucking time on there. And I'm like anybody who even thinks that's a real person, like, what are you doing, man? My final advice, though, is stay with her. Okay? Two reasons. A, if you break up with her, that means what? She's single again. She could meet the guy from the last question. They could breed and have the dumbest fucking kid on the planet. You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to make the species better, not worse. You know what I mean?
And cure greenhouse gases with those offspring.
Dude, birds of a feather like to fuck sometimes. And so she might meet him. They could go fucking have the dumbest kid on the planet. God only knows what that kid's going to do. Sticking his dick in power outlets and everything. You know what I mean?
And sand.
Yeah, and sand. Yeah. He's dumping sand on the electrical outlet, spitting on it, shoving his willy in there. It's going to be a whole goddamn ordeal. You don't want to deal with that. I mean the electrical bill alone. But it's also there is a term. There is a certain kink called sapiosexual. That is for people who are attracted to smart people. What about dudes like me who like the dumb ones, huh? Where's our fun little Latin term? Where's our fucking float, huh? You dumb ones are better than the smart ones. I don't like smart women with all their constant fucking questions. Where are you? Where are you? You know what I mean? I can't just fucking lie to them and be like, there was an orphanage on fire. No. Why am I going? No, I'm not on coke right now. What do you mean? No, I had to drink 7 monsters in a row to save the burning children. You know, that's what why is there alcohol on my breath? That orphanage. I slipped while saving the orphanage. There was beer, and I don't know, just something happened. It was. I had to recover from my wounds, and there was no anesthesia available. I had to do it old West Calamity Jane style. I had to fucking down half a bottle of whiskey and do a bump of Monster Energy drink so I could go save more children. And it's I did it for the children. You son of a smart women call me on that because they're too good for an alcoholic cokehead. You know what I mean? Who's got a belly and a bald head and a weird dick. Anyway, so what I'm saying is stay with the dumb ones, sir. The grass is always greener. You're gonna find a smart woman who's way too good for you, and you're gonna realize how good you had it. Producer Amy says, I've never fallen for one of those scams, but I'm still 10,000 in debt. So who's the smart one? Joel on YouTube says, never stick your willy in an outlet. Outlets are only for your whaling, not your willy. Guys, love a good classic country reference, you know. Matt on YouTube says, upgrade security, Amy activity out of state. Get a call. Bitcoin is killing the Dow.
Yeah. Well, I think we answered that question. I think we answered all our questions real good. And dare I say, learn something this week?
Yeah, we got smart as fuck.
That does not happen every week. I can say that.
We learned that most of crypto stuff is a scam and that people are into blood fetishes in New Jersey. That's what I learned. Thank you so much to our two awesome guests, man. Thank you to Mindy Wirth. Thank you to Billy Procida. Thank you, most of all, to the listeners, man. Thank you to everyone out there who listened, especially those of you who were live in the chat. Thank you to producer Amy, to Joel, to Matt. Until next time, like and subscribe. We'll see you next.
No, I think we're off next week.
Oh, we are off next week. Sorry, guys. We're
Wait,
off.
is it next week or the 28th?
Are you out of town?
I'm not out of town next week.
No, I
thought
think
you
that's a
are.
mistake. I put the wrong month on there. We're on next week, people.
We're on next week.
I'm so fucking dumb, huh? I'm the male version of the dumb women. Let's be honest. I'm fucking dumb.
Okay.
Guys, love the listeners. Until next time, follow us, like, and subscribe. We'll see you next Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Later.